I want to welcome everyone to tonight's conversation with Florida Southern Basketball. My name is Mike Moran. I am an assistant athletic director here at Florida Southern College, and I'll be your MC tonight. We have to give proper notification to MIDFLORIDA Credit Union as our sponsor tonight. They have more than 60 branches across the Sunshine State. MIDFLORIDA offers a full range of banking products and services to members across Central Florida, not-for-profit and member-owned. We deliver a high level of convenience and personal attention that you'll find at any bank without sacrificing competitive rates. So we want to thank MIDFLORIDA for all they have done this year with Florida Southern Basketball, with the support they do with the new scoreboard and video board. So without further ado, we are going to talk Florida Southern basketball, and that's all we're going to talk about. There's a lot going on in athletics, and tonight we just want to take a step back and talk basketball. So once again, for those who have been on before with the other basketball Zooms and other sports Zooms, you can ask questions in the chat down below, and Al Green will be who is our associate athletic director, will be answering those at the appropriate time. He may delay a little bit if he knows those questions are going to be answered coming up. We also have tonight Chris Gonzalez. He is the director of athletic communications. He helps put all this together for us, and we appreciate his efforts in that. Tonight we have not just two coaches, Coach Betsy Harris and Coach Mike Donnelly. We have two of our athletes. We have Julia Jenike from the women's team, obviously, and Jalyn Hinton from the men's team. So we'll be asking them some questions as well. I want to let everybody know Mike Donnelly is going to go first tonight, and he is not trying to jump out of here quick, but he is actually recruiting tonight. So we want to get him on the call so he can answer possibly some questions and maybe give a quick update. But he's going to, don't get excited, he's going to jump off pretty soon and go meet a prospective student athlete. Just want to warn everybody for that. So without further ado, Coach Donnelly, do you want to give a quick update of the basketball team, the men's team?
Yeah, absolutely. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
It's the first time I've downloaded Zoom to my phone, so I'm glad I'm glad it's working. But I appreciate everyone taking the time to jump on tonight. It's always great to talk about our basketball program. As everyone knows, this year is so different from any other type of year that, we've had as a program or the women's program. But with that being said, we have a really exciting group that we've been working with this preseason. My expectations, we have a great returning group led by 5 of our seniors. And one of our seniors on the call tonight, Jalyn, who will speak in a little bit. And, we added 5 talented new guys as well. So we're really, really looking forward to, finally getting the season going. And hopefully that will happen sooner rather than later. But the workouts that we've had with our team, we've been really, really happy. Our guys stopped playing in mid-March of last year, as everyone knows. That's when our got abruptly canceled. So, them to come back in the type of shape that they came back in, I was really happy with. Work, like I said, that we've had, it's been fast-paced. We've gotten a lot done in a short period of time. And like I said, we're just happy where we are right now with our group. But everyone's chomping at the bit to get up and down the court. We can hopefully get back to live action pretty soon here, because we do anticipate having another successful year.
Mike Moran, you're on mute.
Coach, I know you spoke in the earlier Zooms about the newcomers, but I don't think we've spoken since the newcomers have come. How have they meshed with the team? How's that going?
It's going well, and I give the credit to our returners. Our returners have done a really good job welcoming all of our new guys with arms. And I give, like I said, a lot of credit to especially our seniors. They've done a great job kind of showing the new guys ropes. We tried to mesh our new guys with our returners in our workout. So I think that helped. But our new guys are talented. I mean, we have 2 transfers that are experienced. that, we know are going to have an immediate impact for us. And then we have three talented freshmen, two from the state of Florida, and then a post-grad from Hargrave Military in Virginia. So those guys have been working hard. But again, I give a lot of that our credit to our returns, our seniors, kind of showing them the way.
Great. Coach, do you have anything else you'd like to, before you jump off, would you like anything else you'd like to add to let the folks on the call know about Florida Southern basketball, what to expect this year, any type of, I know scheduling is hard, so I'm not going to get into that. Anything else?
Yeah, unfortunately, right now we're still waiting to see what the schedule is going to look like. So, that's a little concerning. I mean, we should hear something over the next probably 4 to 6 weeks. So I know once we get the schedule solidified, we'll feel better. The only thing I'll say to everyone on the call, we really support. These are trying times right now. Our players are really excited about playing, and the more support we have, the better. Because we talk about it with the guys, we think we have the best support system in the entire Division II level. So we just appreciate everyone always supporting our program and rooting for our guys. That goes a long way. Our guys are, like I said, really excited to play. Hopefully everyone's excited to watch us. I think we'll be a fun team to watch. We have really good high character people in the program. So, I just kind of want to end on that note. Just thank you for your continued support of our program. Great.
Thanks, Coach. And we'll let you get back to, he is not driving, by the way, folks. Just want to let everybody know he's stationary now. So, but let you get back to your recruiting visit, and we do appreciate your time.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.
I might add that since we have a lot of six-man members on tonight, the six-man and fast break brochures and the renewals for the upcoming season should be going out by the end of the week, and hopefully you will be receiving them by the middle of next week. So we are getting geared up for the season to begin. Mike?
Thanks, Al. Coach Harris, you have some exciting news, I think. And you want to give a little bit of a team update and on what's been going on since the ladies have come back to campus?
We began workouts, phase one, that's just lifting weights and conditioning and only individual workouts. As of today, we've only been allowed to work out 13 days. So we're hoping to get back at it again soon. So we haven't got the practice in that we were hoping that we would get, especially with two brand new point guards that need to learn the system. It would be good for them to, for us to jump in ahead to phase two. Drew, everybody. Hopefully next week will be a little bit better. And other than that, we did have two kids opt out. We had Kaya and Sarah, the Polish twins. Last Wednesday, they just decided to opt out and they went back to Poland. So they will not be back. We are down to 12 players. We are a short team. So Miss Julia over there will be experiencing the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5 this year. So she's going to have to go in the post and beat some people up a little bit. But Julia's a team player. She'll do whatever we need her to do. And, our biggest thing right now is just trying to stay positive with everything that's going on. And it's difficult to stay positive. But I think the girls have done a really good job. I don't know how they have, to be honest. I don't know how I would take it as a player, but I'm very proud of them on how they've handled everything. Any days that we don't work out, I feel confident that they are doing workouts on their own. Of course, with Julia's leadership and Mackenzie Steele's leadership. So I'm very proud of them for that. Like I said, next week, hopefully things will get brighter. And then make sure I don't forget anything. Pen Pal program. Of course, we're doing that with Noah's Ark, and that is still going. Mitchell, our biggest fan, has written 5 or 6 letters, of course, to different players. So he doesn't know that they already have their pen pals, but he's having a good time with it. And, as long as we can do something with the community, even if it's just, doing letters for each other, And the other thing is the update on Julia, who's in Italy playing right now. She's doing a great job. Camille is in Italy. She had 17 points in a scrimmage last week, and they just started the season this week. So really proud of Camille also, considering that she didn't get to play last year because of a knee injury. Anya's in Germany. They have not started out yet. And Elsa's in the same boat because of COVID. They're having to wait. The biggest one, Emma Cannon, and she's playing behind me right now. So if you guys see me turning around, it's because I'm looking at Emma. Emma had a great game the last game. She had 17 points. It's been very impressive. I don't think a lot of people quite understand. I mean, that's the ultimate goal. That's the highest level that you can play in women's basketball is WNBA, just like the NBA is for the men. But what a lot of people don't know is there's only 12 WNBA teams. There are 30 NBA teams. So the chances of making a team is very, very slim. And she has paid her dues. She's 31 years old. She made the Phoenix Mercury team in 2017. And of course, she's 28. So she has, she's done the work. She's been playing in Russia and different countries. Of course, the ultimate country to play in, I know for women's basketball, is Russia. She, of course, her markability is going up after tonight. So she'll get a better paycheck when she goes back overseas. We will not bug her, but we'll just keep encouraging her. But we just hope you guys can watch her. She's actually on ESPN playing, but we're very proud of her. Like I said, it's not something that happens in Division II. She's the only player in our conference to even do that. I mean, it's a shame that it's not recognized in the conference, but we're doing the best we can to get that out. Florida Southern is, so we'll continue to do that. Other than that, I think that's all. I'm looking at my notes, Mike. I think that's it.
Okay.
Look, couple of quickies. First of all, Emma is the only Division II player in the WNBA. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which is a great testament to you finding her. Oh,
Yes.
There she is. Here's the other question that came in is, can you explain what opt-out means? Does that mean that the Twins are gone forever? Do they get to come back? I think Coach Harris is frozen.
Well, because they decided to go in, because when you opt out, you're still supposed to.
There you go. You're back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Probably when I move my computer. I live out in the country in Lakeland, North Lakeland, so that's the problem. We're in the country. But opt-out is, they're just opting out of the season, so they would get their season back next year. But when you opt out, you still do the workouts with the team. They wouldn't play games or anything, but they opted out because they were worried about getting COVID. But because they went home, they're not doing anything with the team. So now it would be my decision on if they come back next year, which, you hate putting coaches in tough situations like that. So, I just wished them the best and hope everything goes well for them. And they're good kids. They're fun to be around, good players. So we just wish them the best. And before I get off, I do want to say, I want to thank all of y'all for putting this together. Chris, Al, Mike, this is very nice, and especially to have Jalyn and Joy on here. It's something special.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great. Thanks, Coach Harris. Al, any more questions for Coach?
That's it for the moment.
Perfect. Let's jump to our student athletes, starting with Julia. Julia, you nervous or what? First time on camera?
I'm good.
Okay, I figured. For anybody that doesn't have social media, and this is something that I didn't even talk to Julia about, I was going to say, but you're missing out because over the break, when no students were back, when the team went home, if you didn't have the team, women's basketball on social media, you missed out. Julia, explain to the audience what you ladies did and to stay active with people that on social media.
Well, coaches made it important to us that we need to still bond as a team and be together as a team. So we couldn't do that in person. So how we did that was through Zoom meetings like this. We tried to do like some Zoom workouts. They were a little iffy because it's internet connection and all that. But a lot of what we did was have fun with TikToks, if people have heard of what those are. It's just an app where you do dances or different internet challenges that you can do with groups, and then we would each talk about the challenge and each make our own video, and then have someone on the team compile all the videos into one, and then we would laugh about them, joke about them, plan them out, and then just post them for everyone else to see, just to show that we're united, but also to unify us because it kept us in contact and kind of gave us a reason to.
Yeah, I even joined in on one of the challenges. It's neat to see teammates that are not close, that are used to being close and living with each other and practicing with each other and arguing with each other, to see what they do when they're not very close. You guys were all over the world basically, and doing that. So it was kind of unique every week to see what the next challenge or next post was going to be. So I thought that was pretty cool. Julia, explain when you guys were in Tennessee, I know Coach Harris did back a few months ago, but explain as a student athlete, when you got the news that the season was being cut short and shut down, personally, what was your reaction and how did you help the team deal with that?
Well, personally, I was just really disappointed. Of course, I was just a little heartbroken because we really wanted that game. Because, we didn't, I know how I feel, but, our last game against Eckerd, we weren't happy with how we played, and we weren't ready. And I felt like we were really pumped up to play the next game to just kind of redeem ourselves and move forward, which any athlete does, trying to bounce back from a rough game. But, yeah, to say the least, I was just really disappointed and hurt to hear that we wouldn't get that opportunity. But after the tears and after everything really sunk in for us, the next thing is don't take anything for granted. We really thought we would have another game. We knew it could be our last game, but we never thought we had already played our last game, had already practiced our last practice together. My last practice with Kat, my last practice with Elsa. We didn't know that. So what a big takeaway from it was just not take it for granted and, the game of basketball, really.
I think that's so important, to not take anything for granted in life, especially after what we've experienced as a world and this past year. So Jalyn, what about the men's team? When you guys heard that the season was over, what was your reaction, your feelings, and what was the team's reaction?
Yeah, it definitely was a tough feeling to sort of experience that. I thought it was definitely devastating to hear the news, and it almost felt unreal in a way. Sort of being told that this is your last time playing and being with your seniors, and I felt really bad sort of looking at the faces of Brett, Jack, JB, and Jair, because they deserved every bit of success that it seemed like we were going to have to finish off the season. We had a 17 or 18 game winning streak, and so it was just cut, so we never got to see where that would have ended off. But just based on the incline of sort of our trajectory of where it seemed like our season was going to go, it was just sad to not see that outcome. Yeah,
absolutely. Jalyn, over the summer and over the break, you guys knew you were coming back with a strong team. Yep. You at that point didn't know, what other puzzle pieces were coming in. What did you and your teammates do to stay in shape and to prepare for the next season? I think people take it for granted that when season's over, you take a break But I think that's not so true with you guys from what I've seen. So can you let everybody know what goes into the off season to prepare for next season?
Just a lot of preparation and doing sort of a lot of conditioning that can get you in the best game shape possible. That's a very big thing that I think was emphasized with a lot of our guys. A lot of guys were running. A lot of guys were, finding outdoor courts and places where they can, just be active and just be as prepared as possible.
Let me ask you this, following up on that. You came from a Division I school,
Yes, sir.
Jacksonville, and you came to Florida Southern for 2 years, or what you thought was 2 years. What's the difference of a Division I program and coming to Florida Southern? Was it a shock to you? What are your feelings now that you've had a full year under your belt?
It was a bit shocking initially. I didn't think it would be as competitive as it was, but I learned that my first day or my first visit, Coach Donnelly, he makes it an emphasis to have guys play right away when they visit. So, I learned from a competitive standpoint that it was going to be like a very even playing field. But the only difference I'd say is probably a little bit of the size and athleticism. That's the only slight difference, and it's not huge at all. But that's the only one I can really think of. But it is very competitive.
Understand. Julia, same thing for you, correct? You did 1 year down in the south part of Florida at a Division I school. What's your view? When you came here, you've had a couple years under your belt now, but when you came here, did you expect something less, more? And now what do you think after a couple years of playing? What's the difference?
Well, when I first transferred, I didn't really know what to expect. I was just kind of, excited for something new, like ready to start over. But one thing that I will agree with Jalyn on is like the level of competition that I noticed, like, because I came from Division I, it was pretty tough workouts, pretty intense. And I feel like the stereotype with like the lower you go, the less competitive, like the easier it is. But in all reality, it really is like, if you're D1, you're probably a little bit more athletic, probably bigger, for that level. But the level of competition, it's still competitive, still intense workouts, still balancing, like studying with practice. Like, I think it was very, very similar, which I was glad, because part of me felt like, should I have stayed D1, played to my potential? But I feel like I reached a lot of my potential here, and I'm hoping to reach more this upcoming season. But yeah, we'll just have to say that that was the biggest thing I was kind of looking for when I came here.
Quick question, Julia, what brought you to Florida Southern? I'm sure you had a number of opportunities. What made you decide to come to Florida Southern?
Well, the very main reason is, I'm sure a lot of people know this, my older sister, Brooke Jenike, she actually went to Florida Southern first. She actually suffered an injury that, cost her her career. She couldn't come back from, so we never actually got to play on the court again. But we're really close in age. We played all through AU, all through high school together. So as soon as I decided to transfer, I was like, might as well play with my sister, back with my best friend. I'm sure, like, if she likes it here, I'll love it here. So that was what really brought me here. But I found a lot of things to keep me here even after she left.
Very good.
Jalyn, I'm going to follow up with the same question to you. How did you find Florida Southern?
I'd say Florida Southern found me. I knew a little bit about the program. I was actually recruited by Florida Southern a little bit in high school. Not that when I thought back on it, because I remember seeing the logo. But yeah, I was familiar a little bit with one of my teammates now, EJ. He's from the neighborhood next to me in Boston. And I saw the playing style, and I saw a lot of different things. And when, Coach Donnelly and Coach Mack decided to recruit me, it seemed like a very attractive place to play. It was still in Florida, because I went to school in Jacksonville. And I do like going to school in Florida a lot. It was always my dream to go to school here. So when it was the only school that recruited me here in this state, I thought it was a good fit.
Great. Al, any questions?
Oh, I've got a couple for him. Let's start with Jalyn. From a personal side, how did you end up meeting WWE superstar John Cena?
I was in the airport. I think I was in maybe 4th or 5th grade, and I was on my way to an AAU tournament, I believe. And yeah, I just remember seeing him in Logan Airport. It was kind of crazy because I was always a big wrestling fan when I was a little kid. I mean, I still am, I guess, in a way. But it was pretty surreal being able to meet him and see him.
Great. You were named Defensive Player of the Year, nationally ranked. What made you focus your game on defense, since most players tend to focus on the offense, but you seem to have focused on defense? What made you do that?
I just I noticed, right my first day, right off the bat, that we had a lot of offensive talent. And at my old school at Jacksonville, I was, I think, once like top 3 or top 5 in the country and block shots. So I figured I'll be able to carry that part of my game over to, our program here and sort of help out in that sense. I always make it an effort to use like my athleticism and try to be effective and be a threat on the defensive end. So I just figured the best way to do that is to block shots and to be a defensive anchor for our team.
Great. I do want to remind everyone, if you do have questions, go ahead. You can either continue texting them to me if you have my phone number, or at the bottom, you can add it in either the chat or the question and answer. Here's a question for both of you. Both of you are sports management majors. What do you plan on doing with that once you graduate? Julia?
Sports management.
Are you not? Did someone give me really bad info?
I'm not sports management major.
What are you majoring in?
Well, I graduated in communications and a minor in business, and now I'm doing my master's in teaching.
Good work. And if I could read the notes well, I'd have known that, especially if I flipped it over from Jalyn to Julia. I'd have known the difference. All right. What's your future plans? Do you plan to teach?
I'm very not sure about my future plans. But I do come from a family of teachers, so I know it's something that I'd be very capable of. I don't know if it's something that I want to stay in as like my full-time career, but I think it would be something interesting to start off on and kind of get my foot in somewhere and maybe work in some type of administration, maybe work up to something related to sports, stay in sports if I could. I don't really know yet, but that's why I'm doing the master's, figure it out.
There you go. Any thoughts of playing overseas?
Yeah.
Before you settle in?
Yeah, I definitely keep that option open. I mean, my focus right now is still just this upcoming season, and then we'll see what comes next, like what's available. But that's something, if I did get the opportunity, that I would definitely like to explore.
Who do you see as your mentor? Who do you look up to? Who gives you that inspiration?
I would just say, I mean, I don't even know if I can pick like one sole person, just of the things that I've accomplished, like just at Florida Southern, like on and off the court. I mean, my mentor is like my parents. They made me who I am, taught me everything that I know. I would say on the court, one mentor I have, I would say, is Jensen Blosage, which she's listening. I'm getting brownie points with her. But I would say her just because now that I'm in a leadership position, I really looked up to her when she was in her leadership position. I was a red shirt, so I didn't even play, but I just took a lot of from her book and try to apply it to the team now. But I mean, I got a lot of mentors. I'm sorry, kind of all over the place answer.
Awesome. Julia, I'll come back to you. Dwayne, I only got a part of your question. I only have the have either. If you would, you just did it. Have either of you alerted your coach to good prospects or recruits? Do not mention names or high schools.
Yeah. I've mentioned, to coach, we always talk in the offices a lot about the new prospects we have. And I think he's impressed along with myself of who we've recruited so far.
Great. Another question for Jalyn. I'll go to the first one that I messed up with Julia. What are your plans for post-play? Do you want to play overseas? What jobs will you be looking for in athletics?
I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
As far as post-play, I could relate to Julia as well. Playing professionally would definitely be an option I'd explore, whether that's overseas or wherever it may be. I think that's something I would definitely want to do. And when that's over with and the ball is done bouncing, I think a financial consultant with athletes is where I'd like to be. And I like to do that because I have that experience of playing overseas. So I'd be able to relate with athletes about how to manage their money the best way possible.
Awesome. Same question that I asked Julia a little bit earlier. Who gives you inspiration? Who's a mentor, someone that you follow?
I have two mentors. One on the court, I don't know this person, but Kawhi Leonard is my mentor as a basketball player, and how he carries himself as a player. Even down to his mannerisms and just everything about him. I think I like that. And off the court, my trainer, who I've trained with since the season was canceled, Gertie Abelard. He runs the training organization that I work with. And, he's been a mentor of mine since I was 13 years old. And he's helped me grow into, the person and the man I've become today.
Right. Another question that came in for both of you. If you were not playing basketball, what sport would you be playing? Julia, go ahead and start.
Honestly, I think before I met my boyfriend who plays volleyball and played volleyball in college, I would have said something very physical, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm just really aggressive. I almost feel like I would love to play powder puff football, but sport, I would say volleyball.
Very good. Jalyn, what sport would you be playing?
As odd as it may sound, swimming was my first sport. I don't know if that would be the sport I'd choose, but I think that would be one that I might go with, along with track and field. Any kind of jumping events, I think that I would have some success with, maybe.
One last thing, we'll do a little rapid fire. For the folks that are listening in, rapid fire is where I get to ask some quick questions and they have to come back with some quick answers. So we'll start with Julia. Julia's from Cincinnati, Ohio. So are you ready for rapid?
Sure.
Reds or Browns?
Reds.
LeBron or Jordan?
LeBron.
Prefer the beach or the mountains?
Beach.
Well, we already got that. And what's your favorite thing to do?
Watch movies.
All right, what's your favorite movie?
I don't have an answer. I'm sorry.
What's the last show that you binge watched?
Blacklist.
All right, Jalyn, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Also from the north. Red Sox or Patriots?
Patriots.
Are you happy that Brady came to Tampa to follow you?
I wish him the best of luck. He's given us a lot of success.
Is there any truth that you had something to do with him moving down here?
Maybe.
I'm gonna ask the same question. LeBron or Jordan?
Jordan, no question.
Favorite protein?
Steak,
Favorite food?
shrimp,
Favorite sport other than basketball?
track and field,
The cold of Boston, the warmth of Lakeland.
Lakeland.
All right, I've got one more question that just came in. Oh, no question. This is from Mike, and he wants to wish a basketball alum, wants to wish everyone a safe, healthy, and successful year, both athletically and academically. Thank you, Mike. Speaking about Mike's, Mike, back to you.
Great. I have one further question for both. From what I've seen from both of you over the last year, I consider both of you leaders on the court. Julia, how do you take on the responsibility of a leader, and how are you going to mentor some of the players that are under you?
Well, my hope is that I do that like every day already, just with like my presence. I think that leading by example is really important, but also vocally, like you can only lead by example so far, but I feel like you need you need others respect you, like respect what you say and listen to you. But I just hope to like vocally lead them and just teach them kind of, especially like we have a few new freshmen, and I feel like the girls that have been here a few years, they kind of already know what's going on, like what the standards are, but just to, always expect high expectations and just expect competition and to challenge everyone to, not make excuses for themselves, and, it's part of basketball as a business, just to do it where, what we are here for.
Jalyn, what about you?
Yeah, I definitely agree with a lot of that. I think, guys just respecting, what I say and what I do, carries, a lot of weight and goes a long way. I offer, to work out with guys. I offer advice to guys. I try to like bring guys along whenever I'm, doing anything that can help myself, get in shape, because that's something that I worked on a lot, in the off season. So, just trying to be as vocal and, as friendly as possible, and, giving guys the right advice and steering them in the right direction to, help them, get acclimated with the program. I've done a lot of that to sort of help, get everybody on the same page.
Great, thanks. Jalyn, what's the best thing about Florida Southern? Doesn't have to be basketball. What do you like the most about Florida Southern?
I like the beautiful lake that we have right next to our school, Lake Hollingsworth. I ran it a lot during the summer. I still use it, during the school year. That's, definitely something very beautiful to have next to our campus. So, I think that's my favorite part.
Julia, what about you? Best part of Florida Southern?
I do like the lake. I do like the scenery, but I would just honestly say, like, besides basketball, I would say location. I think that like Lakeland is growing, and there's a lot of, you know, hidden gems that I didn't know when I was first here that I'm slowly finding out the longer that I'm here. But it's just super close to like Tampa and Orlando, two large cities and the beach. So I just think it's a, you know, great location for a lot of different opportunities, whether it's fun or business or whatever it is.
Great. It's the last chance for people, if you have any questions, to jump in the chat or the questions and answering. But I do want to remind everyone that men's basketball has their annual golf outing, the Blade, the Blue, and the Billy, this coming Monday. Unfortunately, it appears that we're all sold out for golfers, but there is still some opportunity to help out the program, being a whole sponsor or even attending the dinner. So if you have any interest in those, you can contact Al Green or Finley with that, Finley Allen, and they'll be able to get you the information needed. So also, please, renewal forms for both the 6-man and Fast Break Club should be in the mail already. If you haven't gotten one, please let someone know, either the coaches or Al or myself or Chris, and we will get them to you as fast as possible. We mentioned earlier that support is really important now. With what's going on in the world, we need to continue to support these young men and young women at Florida Southern College. It's really, really important. So if you have the opportunity to help out with their clubs, please do so. Al, do you have any questions?
Nope, we are done.
Okay. Coach Harris, one more. Any
Everyone?
update? Playing?
I just want to thank all the support that our boosters and fans give us and the families.
Gotcha. Chris, anything?
Yes, actually, again, just to thank the good folks at the Mid-Florida Credit Union. They're longtime sponsors and longtime partners of the programs. And certainly their help and their support has been awesome. The 2 brand new video boards in Jenkins that we all enjoy when we're in season, those are through the generous support of the Mid-Florida Credit Union. So, and certainly as they are the official bank of Florida Southern College, we do certainly want to thank them for their continued support.
Thanks, Chris. I do want to thank Coach Harris for taking some time. I know the TV to the left of her is really important right now. So, but it was nice that she took some time and joined us. Julia, thank you. Jalyn, thank you for your time. And everyone that came on to the Zoom, we want to thank you for the continued support. The young women and men need this support right now because it's some trying times here at Florida Southern, and hopefully we'll be back in January and get some information out on schedules pretty soon. You'll be the first to know it, and I promise that. I know Al will reiterate that as well. As soon as we know some concrete information on the schedules, we'll get them out to everyone as soon as possible. So with that, I want to thank everyone for helping us have another basketball Zoom. And until next time, thank you.